countdown. 3, 2, 1, and then start every video with a smile. I am your host, the world famous Frederick 24/7 3365. And we're live on the world famous U of a 2. So we're knowing people are getting the notifications now because we're monitoring. We're monitoring also as people are getting the world famous notifications that Frederick 24/7 365 is live.
Hold on, before you pay for
Uh-oh.
you. To connect.
There's one right there. So we're live. We're live. We're live. A lot of other stuff is happening in the background. We're live. It's Wednesday. It's January 1st, 2025. So that's what you've got to understand. It's Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. And you're live with the world famous Frederick 24/7 365 as we're doing stuff in the backgrounds, in the algorithms of the backgrounds, the backgrounds of the backgrounds of the algorithms. We're doing a lot of hidden stuff, but you are live with the world famous Frederick 24/7 3365. All right. Or Justin says, yeah, we're doing some sacrilegious stuff. You know, I have a lot of cowboy hats. I don't have any cowboy jersey. I have a Russell Wilson jersey from when he played in Seattle. And I have a Falcons Dirty Bird jersey. So let's not get too crazy. But I got a lot of cowboy hats. A lot of cowboy hats because I started to wear hats. So a lot of stuff is happening. We're making sure the stuff is happening in the background. We can see. We'll let it flow for a second. Another thing we're waiting on is, well, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. So we're just waiting before we start our beautiful talk as we talk about what we feel like is going on for the world famous times that we're in. I got a new setup. I'm building a new studio. That's what I'm actually doing right now. I have an opportunity to work on something, to build something, and I'm actually taking that opportunity. So we'll talk about it more in just a second. But look at that little ring light right there in the middle of the screen, little ring light. I'm actually trying to see if my laptop will work, which it just don't seem to be acting right. Huh. I have no idea why it's just not acting right. It acts like it wants to act right. Makes it feel like it wants to act right. But is it actually acting right? Uh, okay. I think I just got it to act right. All right. Like I said, once again, I'm your host, Frederick 24/7 365. Once again, someone just said hi. Hi. What? How is your day going? My day is going great. You just asked me how my day's going. It's going even better. Hope your day's going better. We wish everyone peace, health, wealth. We give gratitude always. I've decided in 2025, I really got to stay. The positive side's got to overdo everything. The negative, the ego, is just got to slowly be more under control. Remember, you cannot destroy your ego. For where you're at, you need a piece of that ego. You need that ego is a survival mechanism. That ego gets you out the bed sometimes. That ego is going to force and do things for you because it wants to exist. It wants to survive. It feels like it can pass beyond the stage of existence, but you have to keep it under control. And that's any and everything that we do. We have to keep stuff under control. We can't let you can't be too positive, you can't be too negative. So this is things we have to do in this reality. So that being said, I talked about this the drones. Everybody, I'm just like everybody else, social media person, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all of them, TikTok. We look at all these things. We're subscribed to them. We're looking at them. The drone things. This is where our common sense comes in. People have had drones, big drones, for years. So first, very highly unlikely if it's UFO and they're talking about a drone, it's gonna fly. Drones ain't gonna fly faster than jet planes. Their UFOs are usually not gonna get in the way of commercial airlines. Think about it, if you could travel a vast distance in space, you should be pretty focused in not crashing into stuff inside in the planet or on a planet or in the atmosphere of the planet. So there's been so many drones and stuff, and I know they were putting up the story talking about, well, they're scanning the environment for nuclear radiation because look, let me tell you something. The borders have been open for years. Years. Only people who crossing them borders is the lower echelon of people. If a government or a shadow government, whatever, had an agenda to get anything anywhere, trust me, you've watched enough movies to understand that is going to happen. They're going to get stuff any and everywhere they want to get it, and you're not going to stop it. Just put it like that. You're just not. You're not going to stop it. They're gonna get their agenda done. They're gonna get their stuff done. You can't worry about stuff like that. So whenever you see the little fear mongering attitudes and they try to push that agenda, that's what it is. It's just fear monger. That's all it is. It's just to keep your nerves up, fear up. You're thinking, ooh, excellent movie to watch. One of the best Stephen King movies that so many people slept on. Storm of the Century. When Andre Lenoz, I think it's Andre Lenoz, came to town, who was Colin Farrell, played the character. When he came to town and the old lady was watching the news and they were talking about the storm, she says, oh my. And then he rings on the doorbell. I think she drops her coffee. That frequency of fear, one of my, another channel that I'm on, one of the co-hosts did a video called Loose Energy. And that's what it is. I know, people are thinking, wow, what is this energy, this loose energy? Energy is energy. It's out there. It's a frequency. And there may be beings that feed off that energy. So you have to put those things in and just remember, take a couple deep breaths, focus, and ask, what is this going to matter 10 minutes from now? What is it going to matter 10 hours from now? What is it going to matter 10 days from now? So if you're in a moment that you have to do stuff and keep things going, you're just going to focus on those moments. You're not going to, don't get yourself caught up in, oh, there's this drones. The drones are not attacking people, hurting people. It's just drone. Let's go on the whole fog situation. It's so interesting because the algorithms were playing into this a couple months ago, starting with the movie The Mist. One of the movies, The Mist, came out in 2007. It was a Stephen King movie. Had one of my actors in it who played Punisher, Tom James, in it, and other good actors, very good actors. Um, and you see the algorithms has started that up. What was in the mist? This is a dimensional mist and stuff like that. And the so-called conspiracy people going in talking about, oh, we've got proof that the planes are doing this. Well, that's been chemtrails, another thing. Um, who was that? Right? Somebody did an interview just recently talking about they're trying to clean up the environment since what was going on before. Like they've been putting stuff in the air, trying to change stuff again. Look, all I can say, if you're into that, do your research in it, but don't lose your mind into it. This is just one of the many beautiful things that are going to happen here on this planet. And if you're a soul, you're a spirit, you're that energy, this is a visit. You're visiting here. You are not an earthling. You are not an alien. You are not a physical being beyond this point. If you believe there's a spiritual existence, you got to understand That spirit, that soul is eternal. So don't get caught up in the trap here. Don't get caught up in the illusion of stress and stuff. One of the people I listen to all the time, and I don't agree everything with Ralph Smart, but about 90%, 90 plus percent do. Ralph Smart, he's very good. He's positive all the time. I listen to a lot of different peoples and stuff, but you've got to rotate somebody who stays frequency positive into your listening thing. Unless you're meditating, reading, and doing stuff on your own, if you're just like the billions and billions of other people out there, rotate that into your reservoir. Rotate that into your listening thing. Find someone who's positive. Maybe he does a meditation or a prayer. However you want to do it. Make sure you're getting that positive energy and send out positive energy. Don't get caught up in the silliness. Like I say, fog. You see so many footages of look at this. It looks like little snow particles and stuff, and they're just like, oh, the fog is heavy, oh, what are we breathing? All these things. Look, do your research, uh, test it if you get a chance to, but remember, you still got to go to work on Thursday. It's Wednesday. You might be off for the holiday. Bless you if you are, but you still got to go to work tomorrow. You still got to focus your life and do the things you've got to do. If you don't have to work tomorrow, bless you, do something positive. But remember, the illusion here is the best thing here in the illusion is really get you caught up into it. You get caught up into the lights, glamour, glitter, whatever, the illusion here. And the deeper you get caught up and you get into a fear state or a depressed state and all these other states of minds, there might be interdimensional beings or extra dimensional beings that right here, but you've got to cross through that dimension of being, go at an angle and get into that dimension. It might be they be draining energy from you. They might get you into a fear state. It's interesting because certain animals, they say they pick up on if you're if you're scared, you're nervous and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. You just cannot, do not get caught up in that and just make that a norm. I remember one time I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was way slimmer than I am now. I was riding a bicycle to work, from home to work. Really, I was riding a bike to the train station to the next train station to my job. I worked at Perimeter Mall back then. Uh, uh, and I remember doing this little crazy mental game. I said this guy was he wasn't even following me. He was just there. He was just behind me coming down a hill, and I just like, oh, he's chasing me. I was acting like he was a secret agent, and I flipped over on that bike. I remember my shoulder was hurting for damn near because I ain't had no medical stuff. I flipped over on that bike, hurt my shoulder. That thing was hurting months. Hell, might be part of this little nagging injury I got now. You know, don't trick your mind. Don't get caught up in that nonsense. Stay away from that silly stuff. Um, Everybody ain't out to get you. You are not alone in this situation. Even if there was 144,000 and there's billions of others, that's way more than enough. You being alone here is equivalent to you being on this planet by yourself. I mean, literally, you're the only soul on this planet. And I'm pretty sure if you've got a soul, I guarantee there's another soul out there. And you just gotta hit that vibration. You're a light in the universe. You hit that frequency and y'all match up. And that's how it works. Well, my experience and how it works here. You've got to match on that energy. So just so much on my mind. Because I started more now, I want to do more live videos when I get a chance. Uh, I tested for like 60 days doing a video every day. Now I'm just more into the live videos, and that's what I'm going to get more into. Is behind this whole situation I'm in now is going to change within about 15 days. I already got the new stuff that's going to be my background and how I put it up in the background, um, and get back to doing my more live stream videos and just getting into it. It's something I should have stayed in, but I didn't. Hey, I went through what I needed to go through. But that's what I'm saying. Opportunities are here. You're not alone. You're not isolated. I don't care what you think your illusion is. You're not. You're not isolated here. There is. If you're isolated, I know what I am. So if I'm a soul, then I'm the only soul here. Then, because if you're a soul, then it's at least two of us here. You know, if there's two, there's four. If there's four, there's eight. If there's eight, there's 16. So the thing is, you're not isolated. This is just a beautiful matrix, illusion, whatever you want to say it is. However, whatever length of time that you think you're here, time is only relevant here. It is a part of this dimension, a part of, I guess, this third dimension is relevant here. So, uh, like I did do a video today talking about if you want time to slow down. I felt like 2024 did not fly by. You know, I've seen some so-called, I think it was 2019 or something. Everybody, something was happening bad every other day. 2024 did not fly by for me. It did not. I was waiting on something. I was waiting on something to happen. This year, I'm really waiting on two major things, and I've got a lot of other stuff to accomplish in that time. So we have accomplishment after accomplishment, and waiting on things that you, unfortunately, they're making you wait on here. So that's the illusion. Stay busy, stay focused on something, stay positive. Time is an illusion. It's an illusion, people. It's an illusion. So, I have to focus on eating healthy, drinking healthy, working out. Tomorrow's Thursday, today's Wednesday, the first of the year. I got to focus on if I get off, hopefully I don't get off work late, but that's one of the reasons I go to the gym, stays open later on Thursday. We'll go to the gym, get a little workout in. I got to get back to the not carbohydrates, cardiovascular part of it. But it's like start from this so-called first day in the middle of winter. You're starting the New Year's in the middle of winter, not the first day of spring, but you're starting it in the middle of winter. You know, you're starting in the middle of winter. Just focus on small steps. And everything I'm telling you, I'm really just telling to myself. I'm talking to myself. Start with small steps, one step at a time. Move forward, one step, moving small steps forward. So, like I say, keep positive, keep focused on things that are going to build you and bring you closer to your goals. Don't get caught up in drones and mystery fogs and plane crashes with no landing gear. Yes, that's a bad situation. And I'm not a soulless person. I just saw the craziness that happened in New Orleans. Guys just driving. Remember, there's an agenda to control guns. But remember, it's not an agenda to control guns, control knives, control explosives. The agenda is just to control. Because you think about this, all the weapons that were taken away going back to the Manchurian, the Chinese, way back in the day, go back thousands of years ago. That's where Kung Fu and martial arts came from. Peasants, lower people who, were oppressed, they had to have a way to fight back. They have the numbers, they just didn't have the weaponry. So, unfortunately, if you take 10 trained soldiers who know how to use staff and swords, and you take 100 people who have no weapons, none but their hands, and they're untrained at all, it might just be majority of the time it's going to be a slaughter. So you have to understand that's what it's all about is control. There's no control. So this whole situation, look this situation with this guy crashing into these people. Now, that we're not going to say that's not a bad situation. Yes, it is. That's wrong. That's evil. But what is the control? What do they want to control? So they know they can't control. I even heard they had firearms. So I got to get more research in this. But even if he did shoot firearms, we already know they want to control that. All right. But what else do they want to control? They want to control your driving ability. Remember, you're going into the age within the next 5 years. I said this 10 years ago. I said within the next 5 years, I would say we're going into the auto age where remote control, not remote control, which it is kind of remote control, is the automobile drives itself age. Now we're looking at little stuff coming on. The guy was on the phone with the customer service. He was driving in a circle in the parking lot. We've seen things malfunction. But you've got to understand this in the next 5 to 20 years, if they get it down to the fatality rate in these automobiles, these controlled automobiles, which remember, so another show on TV, it's called Upload, where the guy was telling the car to shut off, and and it actually paralleled another movie, Upgrade, I think, where him and his wife were driving, and the car just did its own thing. But you got to understand, these are nice little examples, and evil people who control these things are going to do it. That's what they are. That's what they do. But there's punishment for them, because even if they don't have souls of spirit, there's other beautiful things that we do in this universe that maybe they're trying to not be a part of. But once you cross certain boundaries, you're I don't care if you're a computer program or not, you're still a part of us. You chose to be here. So that being said, they want to control. They're going to want to control vehicles, but you got it. Just like iRobot wants to get the fatality rate under 3%, all controls going that way. Let's just be real. Minority Report, 1% fatality rate throughout the world that's under this. Come on, do your math, do your logic. They're going to take you to get a driver's license is going to be like an act of Congress. Yeah, they may grandfather people in for a certain amount, but when grandfathers and grandmothers are the majority of the accidents, oh, them licenses are gone. They're gone, and the cars are just they're gonna get to the point where people just ain't gonna want to drive. I mean, just think about this. I just do this math. All right, I want you to do this math and think along with me. And if you're enjoying the little stuff that I'm saying, please hit the like button. If you want to, subscribe. All right. So just think about it. Let's do this little math real quick. So if normal situations, I stay in the DFW, say Dallas. I stay in Dallas and I want to go to Houston, Texas. That's normally like a 4 hour, right at a 4+ hour drive, like 4 to 4.5 hour drive, depending on traffic circumstances. All right. So that's you supposed to be going the speed limit. And we know the speed limit goes up and down. It's never 85 miles. We got in Texas, we've got like one of the most highest speed limits. I think 85 is one of them. So it's not consistently 85 miles per hour. So that being said, is if you now are in a auto vehicle that is now controlled through computer satellites, GPS, every vehicle on the road. I don't care the semi directly across you that has nothing to do with you, to the minivan that's 20 miles behind. They're all talking to each other. Look at these Amazon factories where you see the little robots moving around. It's just total chaos, but they never run into each other because they're all community. They're doing what you forgot to do. They're doing what you have somehow forgot, that you can communicate with each other telepathically in a way where ain't nobody invading their minds. Just you're not going to run it. You forgot that. You wasn't continuously trained on that, and you didn't keep that process up. You've been maimed. Your barotheric glands, other glands may have been maimed. Okay, we're not going to get too deep. There's plenty of other people that talk about that. But just remember this. Just do the math on that. Just analyze for a second. You have hundreds and thousands of vehicles talking to each other. Now, the speed limit for a human driver is 85 as a max. And I'm telling you, people do 90, 95. All right? The roads are not always perfect. There's going to be road work. That's going to become automated too. So when this system is fully up and running in about 20 years, I'm just saying 20 years is a good time period. It's 2025, 2045 is an excellent time period as things go forward. Why do you need to drive? Do the math. I know people are saying, well, you're going to be flying in hovercrafts, and okay, that's nice, but why do you need to drive that? Just do the math. Be logical about it. We're mirroring a lot of sense, a lot of these movies, especially Star Trek. I'm almost hoping we're really going that direction. Gene Roddenberry mindset or society would probably be more beneficial for us in the long run. But look, we're mirroring it now. The technology is going that way. You're telling me you went from the Wright brothers flying a so-called plane to going to the moon in 60, what was it, 62, 66 years? Come on, people. Use your math. Use your mind. Calculate what's going on. See what it is for what it is. So just do the math. Why do you need to now drive from Dallas to Houston, which is taking you 4 hours, when now you can drive a vehicle that is going to be modified to go even faster? The roads are going to be more safer. If you're hovering off the ground, you have no friction and you're going even faster. Everything is talking to everything, and people are sitting up here waiting for this. What those trains they got in Japan? Those hover trains, uh, bullet trains. They're just like it's cool, cool idea. Hey, I pay $50 and get on the bullet train and go to Houston, round trip ticket, go down there, do what I got to do, come back, 45 minutes, pick up my vehicle. That's even beautiful. But even that, if you've got vehicles now that are going 200 and 300 miles per hour because there is no fatalities, everything is talking to everything. All the computers are talking to the next computer. Then I ask you, why do you need to drive? How the vast majority of people are not NASCAR drivers. And NASCAR drivers ain't going to want to drive with 200 and 300 vehicles on the road on a smaller surface. More uncontrolled things happen. But if the vehicles are made that way, why do you need to drive? And that's the real control. So this guy trying to make fear, maybe it is to make fear also, but trust me, there's nobody that's doing anything here without the controlling factors having some kind of input in it. It just don't work like that. Uh, so yeah, maybe he did it out of fear. It's a holiday, it's a festive time, and he did practice some very interesting evil. And there's beings, if he crossed over, they're already communicating with him about that or her or whatever. Uh, and I am not even talking about religion here. So control. They think the big agenda is get you out of vehicles. You get a population that's more on time. Look, you come out in the morning and you're drinking your cup of coffee's made for you. Your clothes are ready. You're lollygagging, and it says, "Mr. Texas, if you go ahead and get in the vehicle right now, secure yourself. We look that you'll be at work in about 11 minutes, and you're 100 miles away from your job. Why do you need to drive? Why do you need to fly this new futuristic plane? Why?" So that's all I'm saying. Just when you see stuff that is going on, use your common sense, use your mind, slow it down, don't get emotional into it. See it in a bigger perspective, see it from a higher vantage point, a God's eye vantage point, and analyze it that way. Just analyze it that way. Why? Why is this happening? Why do you think this is going on? But do not get emotionally caught up in it where you're losing control of yourself. That you're getting so caught up in it you can't sleep at night. That you always think somebody's going to knock through your door and whatever, whatever. This is a nice, if for all the souls who are here, this is a nice break. This is a nice illusion. Even the worst case scenarios. I don't know if the souls can really get caught up in the worst case scenarios here. I don't think you're allowed to torture a soul. I think that would start a interdimensional, intergalactic battle or conflict. So I got to do more research into that. But no, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in the stress, the illusion, and let people trick you into losing your cool. Drone and Scott, my friend, keeps looking at night, and every time he sends me his little videos, I say, "Man, you're rich. Where's your high definition cameras? Your high definition videos of it? Where you zoom into it and stuff." Because, like I said, we're in 2025 now, people. If you're seeing these little blobs and stuff that you would say the same thing in 2005, you should be using your reasoning right there and saying something ain't right. so something's not right. So no, use your reasoning. You analyze it. Stay focused. Don't get caught up in the madness. Uh, uh, I was telling my brother and sister today. I was like, these drones are just trying to send you a message. They want to know if you want to extend your warranty on your vehicle. A lot of people have blocked them in these calls, and they got to have some way to remind you your warranty is about to expire, and they really want you to extend your warranty. So they're sending the drones, and they're coming out the water. They're coming out the mist, the fog. So no, people, just look at it what it is. If it's a drone, it's a drone. Drone has little propellers that make noises. The ones that go into the FAA space, they have to be regulated. They have to have certain lights on them. They have to, I think you even have to have some type of pilot license certificate so you can even fly that. Other than that, come on, use common sense. Do not get caught up in all this crazy stuff. Don't get It's 2025. Slow it down. Take some deep breaths. Ralph Smart says, breathing in that good ass prana. I guess prana means some kind of positive energy. I've heard it on other videos, but yeah, don't get locked into this stuff. Don't get silly with it. See it for what it is. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy your life. Be positive. Be thankful. Give peace. Receive peace, health, wealth. Give gratitude always. Smile when you can. And when opportunities open up for you, go for those opportunities. Move forward accordingly. Don't get caught up in this stuff. That's all I have to say into this nice video talking about drones and mystery fogs and much more for 2025. Do you want to give any predictions? I've already gave predictions. We're already moving to a higher information age. They're gonna get more control. All of us walk around with a nice, beautiful alien tracking device that I like to call that you pay for the service for. They know what you're talking about, what you're listening to, because people stay on their phones all day, every day. We're doing YouTube on a phone. Got a laptop here. It's a new laptop. I ain't even take off the little little camera thing on there. I got an independent one I would actually use, but no, I mean, listen, they're listening. They're gathering information. Um, Donald Trump said something so profound that I know so many people. I hate him, and that's such and such. Do you even know that person? How you hate a person that you don't really know? You understand that Adolf Hitler had friends? I mean, had people he just talked to normal. Mussolini, Stalin. Who's over here? Andrew Jackson. A lot of people say Andrew Jackson's a bad guy. You know, George Bush Jr. I remember people didn't like George Bush Jr. And after he's out of office, I actually like him more than a lot of them. We just lost Jimmy Carter, or some would say the clone of Jimmy Carter. Here we go to the conspiracy. So you got to prove those things. I don't know. I hear these things, and I wonder myself. But Look, we just lost president who was 100 years old, oldest living president. He passed at 100. He left a legacy. It would appear like trying to do right by people. Maybe he saw he's trying to do right. Now, if you look at the parts where they were hitting people with vaccinations, then you could go a little conspiracy on that. So there's a lot of people other than me because I'm just like you. That's all Frederick 24/7 is. He's Frederick 24/7, 365. I'm just a normal person observing what you're observing. That is my ultimate power. I am here to observe. That is it. To observe, to watch. I am a watcher. So I'm watching just like you're watching. I'm observing it just like you're observing it. I'm analyzing just like you're analyzing it. And I'm looking for the best out of it. But information has to be shown and proven and tested to be factual. So that's how you have to roll with it. So that being said, I wish everyone peace, health, wealth. Give gratitude always. And I want to leave you with a smile. So we'll let it go from there. I thank you for whoever's watching all this time. It looked like 3 people were watching the whole time. Y'all are superstars. I do thank you very much. And we'll leave it at that. And I've got that off my mind for this nice January 1st, the so-called 2025 New Year. I laugh every time when just one thing just sticks in my head. You're starting the New Year's 10 days in the heart of winter. The solstice was December 21st, 22nd. And then like 10 days later, your New Year's Eve, New Year's Day is like, hey, you know, just like, oh man, one of my nephews at the Christmas dinner is like, this is the young generation saying, this is your, a young generation, 18-year-old, 19-year-old saying, they said, I know Christmas might not be the actual birthday of Jesus, which the J and the U didn't exist until about 500 years ago also. So, and he's like saying, but we just come here to be happy with family and friends, and that's what it's all about. Spending time, being positive, not getting caught up in stuff, enjoying the holidays. Look, the one weirdest thing about this holiday, I didn't feel the same vibration, the holiday spirit, the holiday giving. Um, yes, there were lights out, and we see lights out, but it was something off what I felt in the vibe of things that were out there. We'll see as things, move forward, but I got to make sure I'm staying in a positive mindset. So now just study, analyze, research, and compare all things from the cradle to the hereafter, but don't lose your mind. It's a beautiful illusion because once you cross over from here back to that physical nothingness of energy that you are, spirit, soul, however you want to explain it, energy, what does this matter? What if you can go from here to proximity B? That is 2.5 million light years away instantaneously and inhabit there, come through a certain, be born there. And that's a different reality. Just like I say, don't get caught up in it. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Just always remember that. Don't get caught up in the craziness and stay as positive as you possibly can. So we're finally going to let it go. Till next time, I leave you with a smile once again.